Today I'll be talking about a basic Milky Way editing processing. So the image you see here was clicked on a Sony Alpha 6500 and it was shot at f2 25 seconds, 3200 ISO and 16 mm. So this was shot at a place called Langsa in Spiti Valley, Himachal Pradesh. It's in India. And this image, it wasn't that well composed. We just wanted to try out this torch, how this effect would come. So why this torch light comes like this? It's because there is no pollution there, and that is the only reason that you can see the Milky Way. If you don't have any light pollution and much pollution in your area, you too can see the Milky Way and click it like this. But in the city area, it's very hard. So the main aim of this video is to teach the beginners, just the beginners, on how to process it very easily. You don't have to play around with the curves, you don't have to add layers and do anything much. You can just play around with few tools in Camera Raw. I'm using 11.3.1. If you have an older version, it is better you update it. You'll get it to download for free. And I'm using the Photoshop CC on macOS Mojave on the Macbook Pro. Let's start. So here you can see that the Milky Way is in focus and the person who is holding the torch or the headlamp is out of focus. So the main subject here is the Milky Way because I focus it on the Milky Way. Yeah. So let's start. You can go to the graduated filter tool or press G. Okay. So thing about this filter is when you pull it, you can see that there is a green line and a red line. So whatever lies above the green line, right, whatever lies above the green line would get edited, and whatever lies below it or inside that place won't get edited. So you can just pull it down a bit. So now this area where the Milky Way is there gets edited. I would always love to keep it in the blue tone. So since there is a lot of color in this, I would just pull it a bit to the blue side. And it can be later edited after the details is out. So exposure, just pump it up a bit, not too much. It's a bit hazy, we'll adjust that too. And contrast, I'd like to increase the contrast, makes it more pop. And highlight, of course, increase highlight a bit and decrease the shadows so that the stars come out properly. You can see this is called the core of the Milky Way. This area has to be more contrasting. And white, bring it a bit up, and of course black, bring it down so that almost it is out. And the green thing you see here, it's not the aurora or anything, it's called air glow. It's a natural phenomena, you can actually google it. It's called air glow. Okay, so I'd go to texture and just play around, make it look okay, and clarity increase it to just 2, and dehaze, that's the main thing here. So if you reduce it, it will be more hazy. Just increase it to a level where it becomes very less hazy. Okay, so it's almost there, and maybe pump up the saturation, and then you can see it's too green, so tint, just pull it and maybe increase it to, and just change it, and then go back to the saturation and increase it. So just change, see what all I have changed. You can maybe decrease the contrast or increase the contrast depending upon how you need it. So here it is. This is all you have to do, and don't play with the sharpness or noise reduction. It's already full noisy because it is taken on a crop sense. It's obviously noisy. And then okay, just click there and click escape, so that option goes. And now you can see the Milky Way has been highlighted. So the person with the headlamp. You need this area next. So next go to the graduate filter again and pull another one and turn it. Pull it down and keep it exactly where the other one was, and just adjust it a bit. Okay, next, now you can see the settings have changed. So just increase the shadows, blacks, not too much because it is kind of out of focus, and adjust it a bit, just a little bit so that it doesn't affect much. It's not that perfect because it's a very badly composed image. It's just a test shot, so just decrease it and maybe increase it. And clarity, you can increase the clarity so that it becomes better, and texture too. Okay. And highlight, push up the highlight so that lights come and a little more shadows. Okay, and then press escape. Escape. So this is almost done. Next, what you're gonna do is these colors. You're gonna pop up these colors. So just go to the HSL adjustments. You can have saturation, hue, luminance. So hue, I can see there is a little bit of purple, magenta, red kind of thing there. So reds, let's push it to red. Purple, let's push it to the purple. A little bit towards purple. And magenta, just try adjusting. If it doesn't change, it's okay. And yellows is almost there in all Milky Way, but here you can see a reddish orange tint, and just change the orange. If you change the orange here, the dress of this person would also change, so keep it like that. Saturation, just push up the reds, oranges, magenta, purple, and if you want you can push up the green, or else just keep it like that. And so it's actually green, it's aqua, so you can see it changing. Push it up. That's luminance. Luminance would actually increase the degree of brightness, or you can see, I'll just see it change. Yeah, just reduce it a bit so that it stays okay. So there is an image. So if you want to make final total adjustments, you can do it. I know people who actually keep it to the warmer side, but I'd prefer the colder side because it's more perfect. Then open your image. It'll take some time because my PC is very slow. Try to use the latest version of Camera Raw so you get more options, it becomes faster, and it's great. And most of the new raw files will only open on 11.3. So you can see the final image, how it is. See the air glow here. This is the air glow. This is also air glow. Like I told you, it's a natural phenomenon, and this is the core, and this is a planet. It's, I think it's Jupiter. And yeah, this is a final image. If you add a bit of black vignette here, and it'll look great. I've actually printed this picture, and if anyone would like to buy it, please comment. I'll send it to you anywhere in the world. Thank you.